There, everybody. Oh, it says I'm going live. Oh my goodness. So I guess I can't wait for the Pete show. I think he's going to have something amazing for us. So make sure you guys go in to watch the Pete show tonight. Sorry, looking for something. Where is it? Oh, I can't find my Team Jesus. Well, Team Jesus, everybody. I'll say that. Oh, what the heck? This little puppy I drew. I put that on a mystery bag once. Mike can do that again. Okay, so yeah, I'm excited to go watch the Pete show. I'm kind of waiting to start my movie review and see if Deanna comes in because I did watch Cold Mountain today. So I kind of want to see if she will, excuse me, pop in. I'm going to go get my drink. I'll be right back. Be right back, you guys. All right. I could work on this thing while I'm waiting for her. But, oh my gosh, look at this thing. It's going to be warm when it's done. Deanna, is that you? Hello, hello. All right. Hello. Hey, it is Deanna. All right. I was waiting to start my movie review until you came in. So I did watch Cold Mountain today. It was different. I thought it was kind of boring at first until Renee Zellweger. I thought she made the movie. It was really good. Yeah, my blankie. Yep. Oops. Oh. There we go. Yep, it'll be. This is like 3 things of yarn right here. And it'll probably be an 8 because you just go around like that. Little circle, see? So it's all just one-sided. And so, yeah. Can't wait to get done with it. Yes, I thought that was funny. You know, I couldn't follow it at first. It took me a little bit to start following it. I was just like, what the heck? And I still don't ever know what happened to Donald Sutherland. I don't know if I walked away, but all of a sudden he was just gone. Oh man, I have to do this. Can you see it? There we go. Yeah, it's I used to, was learning how to crochet, and it was just hurting my knuckles where they were just stiffen up too much. So I had to, that's when I started using the loom. Her dad, that was funny when she kicked the shit out of him. Oh, look, she goes, that's my daddy. Oh, that was pretty funny. That's probably, for me, the best part that she's ever played. It was really good. Oh, man. There were some parts where it did make me cry, that's for sure. Her dad did? Whenever he got shot? Oh, okay. I was like, I don't remember that part. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, there was the Natalie Portman. What part did she play? Sarah or something like that? When when she said, you could see left written all over that line. When she said, I never want any guns. I wish there was never any metal or whatever it was. I literally busted out laughing and said, oh my goodness. Yeah. Yes, he was the pastor of that. And I thought, I like Donald Sutherland. I think he's a really good actor. There was, let's see. Oh, shoot. Gosh, I can't remember the name of that movie now, but I did not like him in it. It was, oh, shoot. Kind of like how, oh gosh, I wish I could remember the name of that movie. Uh, it was a movie that was kind of like The Hunger Games, or maybe it was The Hunger Games. Maybe it was The Hunger Games. But then there's another movie, oh, the Divergent. So it was one of those two movies he was in that I just did not like him. I thought, man, he can't play such an ass. but yeah, it was a pretty good movie. You know, once I really got into it, I was just like, in the beginning, to me, Nicole Kidman, she just did not seem the part of that. And Jude Law, he didn't even look like himself to me. You know, he did, but I guess, you know, the way he didn't have really too many lines and he was just so quiet and, you know, not smiling, no emotion, no nothing. But with the Natalie Portman thing, again, I cried on that part whenever she wanted him to hold her, because, you know, she was lonely. I was like boo-hooing. I thought, oh, how sad. But I did cry on that. Natalie Portman younger. She was younger also. But yeah, it was a pretty good movie. I would definitely watch that one again. And, you know, that could be one of the, yeah, Jude Law, maybe that was it. But man, I just loved Renee in that. For me, she made the movie. I thought it was weird whenever she looked in the mirror into the well. I thought that was kind of weird. But it was still good. You know, I thought that was just strange, I guess. I've never heard of that, but I wonder if people did used to do that with the looking in the mirror, looking in the well with the mirror and stuff. She was a tough cookie. Yeah, she was. I thought, man, I would want her on my side anytime. But they showed flares in there, and I kept thinking, did they even have flares back in the Civil War? And I was going to look it up and I didn't, but I just kept on thinking, I wonder if they did, you know. And I know it was just a movie and I shouldn't think too much into stuff. It's just a movie. It's just a movie. You know, just like Outlaw Josie Wells, that was just a movie, you know, based in Civil War times. So those are really good movies, and you just, I'm guessing the brutalness of how the men would come and just rape the women, and you know, I'm sure all that stuff did happen on both sides. You know, I'm sure it wasn't just them damn Yankees, Deanna. No. You know, I don't know. It would have been interesting to see the Civil War, but it would have been scary too. I did watch for the very first time the Gone with the Wind. And, you know, I had seen like bits and pieces of it, but I decided I was going to sit down and watch that movie. It was really long, but it was worth it. You know, I could probably watch it maybe one more time. But it was like I want to slap that girl, Miss Scarlet. But yeah. So yeah, there were some tear jerkers in this movie for sure. I was just like, oh no. But it was good. I'll definitely watch it again for sure. Do you have any other suggestions for me that are movies kind of like that? I like those kind too, for sure. I wonder what Pete did today that there wasn't a show at 3. Oh, you haven't seen the Outlaw Josie Wells? Oh, man. In that one, they, yes, I love that movie. I remember seeing it when HBO first came out, and that's where it was on. That's a good one. Those poor rabbits. You wouldn't think a rabbit. Yeah, it is. You know what? I think since you said novel, I'm going to look on YouTube and see if they have that audio book, because I'm so dyslexic. I don't, you know, oh, there's my Team Jesus. I couldn't find it before. Sorry about that. Yeah. That is a good story. I'm going to see if they have that on the audio books. It's easier for me with that. Ooh, I'll have to remember that. Oh yeah. I forgot any of the songs on that. Yeah, as soon as this is done, I gotta look it up. Yeah, I looked for that on demand, couldn't find it. Oh, really? I might have to put that on I love Simon and Garfunkel. Bright Eyes. I'm writing it down. Speaking of Simon and Garfunkel, have you heard Disturbed sing The Sound of Silence? He does a pretty good job of it. And this is so sad, but I always think, and I don't know what makes me think, maybe just the way he sings it, and I'm putting words in his head that I think he's like, that's my greatest accomplishment ever, to sing that song. But he does do a really good job at that. You know, that's the one. Well, I actually have both of them on my playlist. because they're that good. But I love Simon and Garfunkel a lot. So yeah. Yeah, you'll have to watch The Outlaw Josie Wells if you've not seen that. That's another Clint Eastwood. You know, when I moved in, I had like a ton of movies. And, you know, even some of the old Hee Haw on DVD that I got for my birthday one year. And God, I cannot find those things anywhere. And I figure if I ever move and get into like an apartment, a regular size place, then I'll find them. So I don't worry too much about it. But Josie Wells, man, that one is good. I remember when TBS first came out. I guess when cable first came out and you had more than 3 channels. Every Sunday on TBS, they would play the Outlaw Josie Wells. This Ted Ben is messing with my glasses. Yeah, he did. There's one called Down with the Sickness. And that one is like, he's pretty satanic, I guess, is what I hear. And just, you know, from some of the lyrics, he's satanic. I guess that's why I kind of poke fun and say when he sang the Simon and Garfunkel, he probably thinks that's my greatest accomplishment. You know, I don't know. My friend Clarissa, she lives in, God, it's a little piss town. It's a little tiny town, like on the Iowa border. And I mean, it's a tiny town, but when she was living up in the cities, she got to meet that guy. And, you know, which is pretty cool, but you know, she never said, you know, I had no idea who he was. Oh, my nose. Let me grab a Kleenex. Oh. Oh no, what happened? Gosh, are you still there? There we go. Oof. Man, I think I did that yesterday too. You can't change that. What's wrong with that guy? He's probably a liberal. No. Yeah, definitely. His other songs are gross. I already said that. He says the F bomb a lot. His manager talked him into singing it like it was something in Garfunkel. He wanted to change it. Okay. See how I had to read that twice to get it? That's so sad. Man, I'm glad he didn't change it because he did do a good job. And you know, with that, he probably think, man, that sucked. I like the Revivalists. They're pretty good. They're, you know, a newer young band, but it's positive stuff, you know, it's not, it's, you know, stuff you can bebop around to, and you know, the lyrics are good, and you know, they're not bashing anyone. You know, they actually do a song that the Bee Gees wrote called To Love Somebody. So I think that's pretty cool. I used to like to play the 3 or 10-second game. Yeah, the Revivalist. That's like, I wonder, the lead singer of that group, he reminds me of my son because, you know, they're like both tall and skinny, and you know, they almost have the same nose and the, If Brandon would let his hair be curly, they could be twins almost. Oh, not twins, but I think people would think they were brothers, at least if they were standing next to each other. Yeah, me too. I love a lot of their songs, living in the 70s and stuff, 70s. And you see Barry now, that dude, he looks exactly the same. I mean, I think he still does his hair the same and everything, but yeah, we would get down, doing the staying alive, staying alive. That Saturday Night Fever was one of my favorite movies back then, I could still watch it again. Yeah, it's just Barry and Robin. Those are the only two left. Maurice was Robin's twin, or Morris, I guess is how they pronounced it. He died of, like, I want to say a heart attack or something. Andy, he's the one who died in the 80s, and he was dating, what's her name? She played on Dallas. Victoria something. God, what was her name? She was married to Bobby Ewing on Dallas. God, I can't think of what her name is. But yeah, it's sad that I guess he was depressed. I don't know what happened with him, and he committed suicide or something, and but he would have went really far. Who knows, maybe it was the Illuminati that got him. Knowing the stuff we know today, Hillary did it. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they just died too early. But I think Maurice's was natural causes. Yep. It's that definitely, that's it. Like more now. Oh, you know what? I think it was drugs with Andy Gibb. I remember his song, it was called Shadow Dancing. I'm pretty sure that was him that sang that. But yeah, you can see how many, with all the drugs and stuff, of how many entertainers are dying. It's like there's got to be something more than just that going on. Maybe they weren't falling in line with the Alyssa Milano or whatever her name is. Those type of people. Who knows? Who knows? But I lost somebody. Anyway, if you can think of another movie that you want me to watch, then I would definitely watch it. And then I would say if you didn't watch the McClintocks yet, you got to watch that. It's pretty funny. Oh, okay. Oh, you're cross stitching? Girl, you know what I used to do? Okay. I like to make crossword puzzles with like whatever your last name is, you would do it across like this and in one color. And then you would find like Deanna and find whatever letter matches in that name and just add it in there. And so the letter in your last name would be one color, and just that letter, and your name would not be, but then you add on to, like, if your husband's name is Dan, say, then you would put Dan at the D in Deanna and just go from there. It's really fun, and everybody has a different color and everything. So, do it on paper first if you ever do decide to do it. And then, there's really cool borders that you can cross stitch around it and everything. So yeah, cross stitching is fun. I used to do that all the time. And I would, make, like, for my son's grandparents and his dad and all them, I made one with them. Oh, excuse me. That is fun. You should try it. Write it down on paper first, and that way you'll know exactly where everybody is going to be. And definitely, and there's those books with the alphabet in it, and depending on how big you want it, it can be really fancy looking and stuff. So you should try that and then show me what it looks like. I'll see if I can find one of my old ones. Or actually tomorrow I'm going down to my son's house. So I'll get the one that I made for them and show it to you on tomorrow's Thursday, on Friday night. And that way you can kind of see what different ones look like, I guess. And I guess it's me kind of showing off a little bit because it's pretty neat. I thought, I don't come up with that many good ideas, but that's one. I did that one the first time I ever did it. I did it with, there was Terry and Barbette and Judy and my sister and me. And I did one with, me and Terry and Judy. Barbette was like 4th grade, but me and Terry and Judy were in the same 1st grade class. And then it was weird that, like, after school, everybody moved away. We ran into each other in the same town and ended up all being roommates. So that was pretty cool. And me and Terry, she's the one who actually made that necklace with the original painting on the inside that I was wearing the other day. And we're still besties, so it's good to, yeah, your daughter would love that. You could do, I don't know how many kids you have, but do one for each of their family, and or whatever, you do whatever you want. It's, as Bob Ross would say, it's your little world, and you make your happy little clouds. So yeah, the very first one that I made, it was with All Best Friends, and I still have that somewhere. I don't know if actually Terry was in it, now that I'm thinking about it, because I think she moved away first, and then it was me and Barbette and Judy and my sister. God, that thing's probably 30 years old, and it's little, probably like that. And I just did, like, if you're just stitching, making a hem, it was just, a string. But it was still turned out pretty cool. Oh, nice. That would be fun. Yeah, it's very, and then they have different colored of the, I can't think of the cross stitch material that you use, but, back then they only had like white, but now they have like different colors. So it does make a difference in some of the stuff you make. Yes, floss. That's about it for sure. Oh, it was The Outlaw Josie Wells, and that's a Clint Eastwood movie. That one, That's probably the very first Clint Eastwood movie I ever saw was that one. I remember seeing Rawhide and stuff like that before, but did not put together that, that was the same guy, I guess. I couldn't comprehend it. So yeah, but yeah, I'm going to definitely bring that up here and to show you because it is pretty cool and you can see what one looks like done. I don't know if anybody else has ever done it. I just think that was my own little invention in my own head. Oh my gosh. So what do you think happened with Pete today, Deanna? I know he said there was something he was doing. And then, you know what? I think that's what, I never thought that I was creative because, I always had good little ideas, but I was always put down so much and told that it was dumb or ugly or it was stupid or I was or whatever. And, construction problem. And so I never went, and tried to do any of this stuff like until I was away from those people, I guess. I don't know. Oh, but now I just do what I feel. And, like I was making jewelry for a while. I was making lip balm and solid lotion and stuff like that for a while. And, potpourris and tea. And so now, since, I don't have people putting me down all the time, I'm more confident in it, I guess. I don't know. It's just horrible because my lip balm was good, but I had nobody backing me up saying, you can do it. And that's really sad that you don't have a support system, and so maybe one day I'll still do that again. I had this girl, she was like, had to copy everything I was doing. I would doing the ghost hunting. She had to start doing the ghost hunting, blah, blah, blah. And then it got down to my balm and she called and wanted me to give her exactly how I made it. And I told her she was going to have to pay for it if she wanted it. And girl, she did not want to do that. And she was saying, she was telling me, I mean, she was trying to be sneaky, but I was, thinking, no, she's telling me everything she's putting in hers. And, her problem was she was using apricot oil. And that's just one you don't want to use because it kind of, I don't know, is too oily or something for that. Or she put way, way too much in, and I was like, she would say, oh, I use whatever. And she was expecting me to tell her, well, this is how much I put in there of whatever. I put avocado oil, jojoba oil. Let's see, avocado oil, jojoba oil, shea butter, beeswax, and peppermint. I always put what the ingredients was, but I just wouldn't tell her how much of what I put. And she was like, she said, well, somebody told me that I shouldn't have to pay for it. And I said, well, you can tell that somebody, I said, they're an asshole because I'm not going to just give you my recipe that it took me over a year to perfect without getting, part of something out of it, and I finally told her, I said, why don't you go to Burt's Bees and tell them to give you their recipe and see what they say. And it's like, I don't know what she was thinking, you know, because she would have done good with it. When Random was playing the trombone, oh my God, his poor lips. They were so chapped. And so I was like, okay, I want to see how good this is. And so I made him put it on 3 times a day. And no, actually it was twice a day. And like within almost 4 days, it was completely gone. And so, I mean, extreme chapped lips. And I do have pictures of that just because so I could show. But it was like, of course I would pray over it, and I do Reiki too. So I would put Reiki inside of it. And so I think that was helping and stuff like that. So I don't see this high Bart's Bees. The only one of their lip balm that I like is just the original honey one, because everything else, the colors that they put in there, chap my lips. I mean, I don't like it. When Randon's half sister sent me some tinted Burt's Bees, and it's pretty and stuff, but I can only do it once in a while because it just it chaps my lips, and I don't know why. But one thing about Burt's Bees, this one, I mean, you could probably get some peppermint essential oil and put it in lotion. But man, if you're stopped up really bad, they have a peppermint foot lotion, and it goes, if you have someone put it on your feet or you do it, it goes right to your nose, and it's like it clears your sinuses out. That's how come that one chat, it was like when Deb was first sick back a couple of weeks ago or whatever it was. I was like, get some peppermint lotion and put it on your feet. That's why I said that and stuff. So, but yeah, yes. It's like, I mean, you could honestly get your own lotion and go to like Vitamin Cottage or Natural Grocers, and wherever they have the peppermint essential oil. And, I would say, gosh, I'm trying to think of how many drops, because I wouldn't do any more than 10 and get maybe, because it'll be like, depending on what size bottle you get, it's not going to be more than $5 or $6. It's pretty reasonable, and you only need a few drops. It lasts a long time. But if you get maybe, and you can do it because once you start putting it in and mixing, you'll be able to tell from the strength of it. So you just kind of, I would say at least 10 drops, no more than 14, and maybe, hey Cole, maybe, I can't think of how much lotion, put in a separate thing. Maybe half a cup, or, just a couple of teaspoons or something like that you can. Then, if you get hot flashes, you get peppermint oil again, and you do it like it's perfume, and you put, let's see, some on the base of your neck, right here, and I think that's it. And your hot flashes will go away within a couple of minutes. So that's all, peppermint oil is really good for a lot of things. Leaving the parking lot after I send this text. Then I'll listen some because I don't text and drive. Good, Paul, don't do that. Maybe see here if he's still on when I get home. Just wanted to say hi. Deanna's saying hi, Cole. In case you're just listening, Deanna's waving big and saying hi. Let me put hands motions for you, Deanna. So yeah, I mean, peppermint oil is really, there's like a lot of things. And that's what I would put in my lip balm, was the peppermint essential oil. Good stuff, you know. Let's see. And for, if I was going to do like a, I think it's called a sleep pillow, but I would get like a muslin bag, and you can get like muslin tea bags. You can get tea bags that don't have just empty ones and put your own tea in it. I could see you doing that, Deanna, because you make your own V8. So I could totally see you making like your own tea with lavender for sleepy time, lavender and chamomile. I mean, and you could drink it too. I mean, oh, for the sleepy pillow that you put inside your pillow like 3 hours before you go to sleep, I would use, and it's just like a tea, but lavender, chamomile, and clary sage. But not, with the clary sage, you don't really want to drink it too much because it will give you nightmares. But the aroma is just so, man, it smells really good. And I was growing that down in the valley, and it's like a base of, and it takes over everything. But whenever it blooms, man, it smells good. And you can just kind of barely wipe your hands and smell it. Oh, man, it smells really good. So, yeah, if you have a vitamin cottage or natural grocer, or I like to go to a place, I haven't done it in a long time, but whenever I do, I was getting my chapstick tubes or whatever, I would go to a place in Boulder called Rebecca's Apothecary, and she would have all the lavender. And I heard one lady asking for mandrake, and Rebecca, the owner, she goes, "Is that for black magic?" I mean, she don't sell that, and it's not a, but people use all that stuff. You can, that was the original medicine, herbs and all of that back in the day. And I guess it's also considered witchcraft. So I was a witch for a while. No, let's see. When my son was overseas in the Army, I made him a, oh, yeah, hops. I'm glad you said that, because hops is the other thing that you put in that pillow. And then the book I had, it said if people are alcoholics, they recommend not putting hops in the sleep pillow. That's kind of weird, and it smells weird. I think I still have a lot of those herbs. Man, after 3 years, I wonder if it's like really strong smelling or it doesn't smell at all. They couldn't have beer, so it was a small pillow of hops. Oh. And it does. They have, like, some of the farmers markets around here sell hops. So that's kind of cool. It's weird looking, that's for sure. It's do you ever try and make your own beer? I know at Ace Hardware you can get a beer, you can make root beer or beer, I guess, out of it. I mean, if I drink a beer, it's going to be like one and Bud Light. Oh, nice. So he makes the beer or drinks the beer? I mean, I guess if he makes the beer, he drinks the beer, duh. Oh, man. That is funny. It's way too strong. Man, he would probably make a killing out here. There's so many microbrewers around here, and they're like really so strong. I can't. There's a left-handed beer place in Longmont, and I don't like it. Like I said, I'm a Bud Light, and that's like pretty much water compared to everything else to that. So, and once in at least maybe once a year, I'll have a beer because it's like, since I don't normally drink, I get buzzed off one. So, and I don't like to get drunk because I don't like the way it makes me feel the next day. Yeah. You know what's good is Arbor Mist. And it don't give you a hangover. It's like a grade above Boone's Farm. People call it Kool-Aid, but I like the way it tastes. I don't like that strong. I'm a smoker, so that's why I really don't drink. Ooh, there we go. Thought I was knocking something down. That's what people say. They're like, my friend Judy, I told her husband was gone and she wanted me to come and hang out with her for the weekend at her house. And oh my gosh, she's like, well, I'll get some wine. And, what do you like? And I told her what I liked. And I said, I don't like I said, I like her meth taste. And girl, she says, the liquor store person said, this is just like it. And, when she pulled that thing out, it had a cork. And I'm like, Judy, that's not any. I said, Arbor Mist does not have a cork. And, but I drank it. And man, that was the last time I got drunk. And oh God, I was just had to crawl up the stairs. And that was the last time. And that was like just this past summer. But I just don't I like Kool-Aid taste and stuff, yeah. And then it was before, I should have never, I didn't eat first as why, but I drank that whole bottle and man, I regret it to this day. And every time we get together, I'm like, oh, Judy, I'm so sorry that I got so drunk at your house. We were having fun dancing around, but I definitely should have ate first, but I didn't. It was not. It was not good. I felt horrible for 2 days, I think. But yeah. Anyway, whoa. Deanna, do you have any other movies for me to watch? I know I got two for you. It's the McClintock and Outlaw Josie Wells, which I think you'll really like that one. I would say watch that one first if you like the Civil War movie types. Definitely Outlaw Josie Wells and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. For sure, because those are both Civil War. There's I actually have a song or Mule, and I think Jim Beam is using that for their the Diary of Anne Frank is good, but it's so sad. That one is hard to watch. I need yeah, if they're real emotional, those are really hard for me. The Simple Life of Noah Dearborn. I'm gonna write that down. I think how old is that movie? Because I think I've seen that one maybe, and I just looking for movies at the library, and I think I've seen A Simple Life of Noah, but I don't remember. Let me write this down. Then I think, I just haven't done it because I don't like to get things on my phone, get a bunch of apps and stuff. Okay. I bet you they have it. Dearborn. Okay. I'll have to go check that one out. For sure. I can get like up to 10 movies at once. That's pretty cool. I don't though. When my one friend came, it was like, oh, the movies she picked out were like, I mean, they're good movies, but they were like too much for me. It was like they gave me high anxiety. Where like that movie Taken with Liam Nielsen or whatever his name is, and it would I can't do those. I mean, there are some exciting movies I can watch, but when it has to do with like the kidnapping and no, I got to stay away from those. They just one make me angry, and then they make my anxiety where I'm like, that's how I feel inside whenever I watch those. So yeah, I'll have to go and check out, see if they have that one. And if, ooh, actually, I'm going to look and see if they have it on YouTube first. I should have done that because I know they have a lot of movies on YouTube that you can watch. Okay, that sounds good. And that's a good place to leave it here. So, Deanna, I'll meet you and Cole over at Pete's place here. And like I said, tomorrow I'm not going to be on because I'm going to go down to the valley, Longmont. And so I will be back Friday, and I will let you know. I'll probably see you at Pete's, and so I'll let you know if I got that movie and got to gonna watch it and everything. Okay. Yeah, check YouTube. I don't know if Josie Wells will be on there or not, but you never know. Definitely check YouTube. I know for sure the McClintox is on YouTube. So that one's pretty humorous. It's good. We've got to watch that. And since it's on YouTube, you could do it later or something. So okay. Yes, I will be on. Oh, okay. So I'll come on before Cole. That's right. I'm glad you said that. Oh my God. So yes, I'll actually give you a message in MeWe and tell you. I have to figure out the time thing because I don't know what time it is there when it's this time. So I'll definitely figure that out and probably either go on before or after 6 Central. So that would be 7 my time. So that's doable. So I'll go on 5 Central. So I'll go on an hour before Cole. For me, it'll be 6 o'clock, but it'll be 5 o'clock for you guys. Wait, I'll figure it out and let you know. Okay. It's 7 right now for you. Yes. And so what time it is? What is it 8 for you right now? Yes, it's going on 7. Oh my gosh. It's 6 minutes to Pete. Okay, Deanna. I'll meet you over there. Cole, you get your butt, drive on over to Pete's now, and we will. Okay. Okay, so 6 Central, 5 Mountain. I'll figure it out. For right now, my mind is just scattered and I am not comprehending it. Okay, we'll meet you over there. Bye, everybody.